Jill here, Special Needs Mom Talks. I have a story for you today. I got to accompany one of my offspring to an appointment today and walk back into the medical system after really not being going to a lot of appointments in the place where we'd gone for a lot of years. It's a part of a hospital where the pediatrician that my offspring have seen is located. Anyways, so she had an appointment, and I think I've shared enough to know that I was ended up very invested in our traditional medical system, finding out really over time that I was putting out brush fires constantly. There were alternative options that might be helpful, pulling myself out of it almost completely in a more alternative space, and kind of gaining a lot of new awarenesses and perspectives over the years. So walking back into it has been challenging. But on the other hand, my kids, they still are really in it, because the condition that they live with is hard to manage. And it's not like you can just kind of pull out of it and be okay. If you suddenly discovered that all the systems of domination and control and the inverted systems and all this, the way I see it now is it's not working for our health and evolution. It's working towards sickness and long-term suffering, and preying on the most oppressed people that are out there. So anyways, she's going to her appointment. To just get a visitor's badge, I had to show my license or scan my license and use a QR code to print out a sticker, while angry people in masks stood around me until I did it. I didn't go off or anything. I really wanted to be the observer and walk through it with her too, because it's no good in getting mad at it. Just observing it and seeing what's going on. I mean, we're human beings. It just felt very controlled. It felt very electronic, and I'm sure there's good and bad with everything, having things streamlined, but it just didn't feel like I was a human being. Anyway, so we go up, and we have to go through like three lockdowns or gates to get up to where she checked in, and then go through the same process kind of, and wait for the go to the waiting room. And I noticed that again, they've still got everything separated. All the magazines are gone that used to be there. The humanity of it's gone. The kids' toys are gone. It just had a colder feel. I mean, the clerks were pleasant, not super engaging, and I don't know, it must be really hard to work in our medical system now. And I know you adapt, and you deal with where you are and the reality of it. And so I'm just observing it after not being there for a long time. And so my daughter went in, and she gets a referral, of course, and that's how it's done in our system. We don't link it together, where at one appointment we could talk about all the concerns related to the entire system of the human body and any other issue. Well, anyways, it was a nightmare from my perspective in many ways, and I felt really heavy that this is what she has to deal with for the near future, because it's not an easy condition to just pull out of. So I'm like balancing this and not wanting to say stuff and upset her, like, this is bullshit, and I can't even believe that this is what they're going to do for you, because that's what I'm saying in my head. And yeah, so I don't know if any other special needs parents out there are torn as they witness the changes post-COVID, the fear, the control, basic oppression that seems to be really ramped up. How that is for us as parent caregivers, and how that's for our offspring that are going to be in the system in some way, realistically, because I'd love to say there's going to be new systems, and they already are being created, but that's it's not going to happen overnight. And so I think, realistically speaking, we have to walk through it and not lose our shit. And so, and support them until they can do it for themselves and still be a support. Anyways, that's my rant for today. And I hope you're having a decent day. Catch some joyful moments. Love ya.